Hello everybody, this is John Doe for Network, and today I decided to do a deck profile of my, I guess we can just say, we'll call it a rank up magic, plant, rabbit, XYZ synchro deck. I don't know, I don't really have a name yet. I might, obviously you'll see it in the name of the video. But anyway, so apparently Apollo Cosmic actually, requested me to test his deck of what I have here. This is my version, not his version. Basically, the main focus of this deck is to use rank up magic Barian's Force. And by the way, this is the anime version. There's a difference. I'll explain about that later. But you use these two to summon either this guy or this guy. What you're supposed to do with this deck is supposed to summon this guy, Raging Flower Gunboat, inflict damage to your opponent like 300 or depending on how many cards they have in their hand, and then you use the second rank up, well, not the second, you use the first rank up to summon this monster, and then you can, when you inflict battle damage, you can get rid of all your materials and then inflict 500 damage. So, a normal play with this, if I have just one rank up magic force, I would, let's just assume that we can summon this monster. Once you summon this monster, you inflict damage to your opponent. Let's just say average 900 damage because they have 3 cards in hand. Usually it's like 300. And then you use your rank up magic to special summon this monster. And when you inflict battle damage to your opponent, you can detach all the materials off this card and then inflict damage 500 times the materials detached. So because of rank up magic Barian's Force, and because it's the anime version, you take, and I'll read it actually for you after I explain what's happening. You can take all your opponent's materials, if they have a face-up XYZ monster in the field, take them, equip it to the monster that you're targeting to summon from your extra deck, and since, let's just say your opponent has 2, you can inflict damage to your opponent, and then once they take the damage, basically that means you would have 4 materials on this card, and let's just say they lose 2,000 damage because you detach 4. So basically, they lose 2,900 damage on average. Let's just say it's on average. So that's a lot of damage to lose in one turn. That's what Apollo Cosmic wanted to make out of this deck. I also have the Dark Fairy Cheer Girl because I have a second rank up magic, and I have actually opened up with 2 magics and have been able to summon. I think I was able to summon this monster, but I didn't do it because I wanted to keep the rank up magic. So I feel like that was actually pretty good. There's actually another Chaos XV monster I can summon that's rank 4 instead of this monster, but I decided this one's a lot better because for some reason when I tried to use the other one it didn't work, but this one kind of did. I suppose it has more attack anyway. So anyway, now that I discussed what this deck is all about, let me actually explain what's happening. So we have 2 Debris Dragon. Debris Dragon. We have 2 Rescue Rabbit, 1 Tour Bus, 1 Twilight Rose Dragon. Not a dragon, you're a knight. 2 Tour Guides, 1 Junk Forward, 1 Lone Fire Blossom, 1 Dandelion, Knight Assailant, Card D, Spore, 3 Jerry Beans Man, and 2 Green Phantom King. So now for the spells, we have 1 Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Micro the Rose, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, 2 Rank Ups, and 2 Zen Garden, which is also an anime card, just to tell you now. So for the traps, we have 2 Compulses, 2 Prisons, 2 Chains, 1 Mirror Force, Polynosis, I think that's how you say it, Polynosis, Judgment, Warning, Starlight Road, and Torrential Tribute. And now for the extra deck, we have 1 Sugar Girl, Dijin, actually there's already another Dijin inside this deck, so we have 1 Machine Armored Dijin. We have a Raging Flower Gunboat, and I can't see what that last word is. 1 Leviathan, 1 Leviair, 1 Dijin, 1 Zenmains, Worm, Scrag Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Iron Chain Dragon, Splendid Rose, and 1 Cataster. So now let me actually explain what's happening here. Let me actually explain certain cards, why I play the specific certain cards. For instance, I played the Mark of the Rose instead of another Mystical Space Typhoon or Mind Control or whatever. I played this card instead because, well, I had to stick to the plant engine of this deck, so I decided that this card would be good. Plus, I can actually attack my opponent with this with the controlled monster, and I believe I contributed as well. I'm not sure. I believe so, but unfortunately, you do have to give it back. But so you also have to do that with my control bow. So basically, Marxo is really, really good, and I can also take that monster back if I really need it the next turn. I actually said I was going to read this card's effect, so I guess I'll just do that now. With this card's effect, rank up magic Barian's Force, and this is the anime version. I'll explain what the real version is. Target one face-up XYZ monster you control. XYZ summon one Chaos XYZ monster with one rank higher than that of the target. For instance, if I have like a face-up Leviathan, I can special summon Chaos XYZ Machine Armored Djinn, or if I have like this monster on the field, I can use the rank up to special summon the Cheer Girl because it's one rank higher. Back to this. Where is it? Using it as the XYZ material. XYZ materials attached to that monster also become the XYZ materials on the new XYZ monster. If that monster battles an opponent's monster, negate the effects of that monster that would prevent monsters from being destroyed by battle. When that monster is special summoned, you can target one XYZ monster your opponent controls that has XYZ materials. Take all the XYZ materials from it and attach them to the XYZ monster. Special summon by this effect, and if you do, that target loses 300 attack for each XYZ material detached. Okay, that's a lot to read. So basically, the real one, the one you're allowed to play in real life, has the same effect when it comes to special summoning a rank higher Chaos XYZ monster, but the other effect, back to this. From if that monster battles to XYZ material detached. I don't really have a mouse, so I can't really show you this. And if it was dueling number, I can actually like highlight it, but I don't think I can with this. Come on, no, well, whatever. It's so annoying. But basically, all of that isn't on the real one. The real one basically just allows you to take one XYZ material from an XYZ face-up monster on the field. So that's the only difference. I have a Zen Garden. This is actually required of Apollo Cosmic for me to play, and it's actually a good card. So with this card's effect, water monsters cannot declare an attack. So if I have a face-up water monster, it can't attack, but I don't have any water monsters, I don't believe. And if my opponent has a water monster, then they can't attack. Wait, I do have a Leviathan, so I can't attack with Leviathan, so I'll try to remember that. Okay, if exactly one plant-type monster face up on the field, you can special summon one plant-type monster from your hand. I believe you can, if you have a plant-type monster and other typed monsters, like if you have like Turbus and you have like a Dandelion, I believe you can still special summon from the hand. I'm not completely sure. I may have to test it out later because I just put this card in because Apollo Cosmic just told me to put it in. Face-up XYZ monsters gain 100 attack for each of their rank that they have. But let me tell you this now, your opponent will also gain the attack, so be careful with that. I also only play 2 green Phantom Kings because in the OCG, they actually only play like 3. When they're playing a rabbit deck, they only play like 3 normal monsters, at least with the Fiery Fist. And I tested it out to see if it only works, if I really only wanted like 3 normal monsters. And it actually really works. You don't see as many plant-type monsters, but since I'm playing Zen Garden, I decided that it's okay to play some more plant-type monsters. And if I have this card, I can just special summon it. For the most part, I really don't want to play this card, but it is a plant-type deck, and I do need to play some more monsters. If you don't want to play Green Phantom King, I recommend playing like a Tragodia or whatever. But the reason why I chose this specific normal monster, plant-type monster, because this is the only level 3 plant-type monster that has 500 or less attack. So I can either use it for Rescue Rabbit, I can use this for Spore, or I can use it for Debris Dragon because it has 500 or less attack. So that's why I played it. What else? I also play Jug Forward because for the most part, this deck, Apollo Cosmic wants me to summon this monster, so I kind of needed some more cards to allow me to special summon a lot quicker to make a rank 3 monster that requires 3 level 3 monsters. So it does require a lot of setup in order to summon this monster, so that's why I play this card. And this card, if you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. There are other cards I could have played instead of this one, but this one felt like it was a lot better. So that's really about it. I believe everything else is self-explained. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any other decks you guys want me to do deck profile, or any duels, or even any other kind of games, or whatever, please comment below about it. And if you guys have any suggestions, comments, or complaints, please comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.